Have you ever heard of a vocoder? Vocoder basically takes the human voice and synthesizes it. I'm going to show you how to do that inside Logic to get some really interesting effects. The first thing I need to do is have an audio input track, and you can see as I am speaking I am getting signal coming into my Logic interface. And what I want to do is send this signal just like we did when we did the side chaining before for the ducking sound. We're going to do the same principle. We're going to side chain this. So instead of going out of this output port, I'm going to go out bus 1. Okay, so now I'm going out bus 1, and I'm going to change this so I know it's my side chain, call it SC. And I don't want that to go out, so I'm going to say no output. Now right now you're not hearing anything coming through at this bus, so I'm going to put on input monitoring, this little I, and now I have signal coming out my side chain. So my side chain set up so I have a signal going down this track, doesn't go out here, but it actually comes out the side chain. We're going to add a software instrument track. Add the software instrument track. I'm going to go over, I'm going to close this up, and I'm going to look for my vocoder, which is the EVOC 20 PS. And I have just added this device. And this device is a vocoder, and it is a little confusing, but not impossible to use. I want to control this vocoder with the signal coming from audio 1. So to do that, this little area right here, I want it to come in as a vocoder. What I need to do is get input into this vocoder from that bus that I just created. And now signal should be coming from audio 1 into that bus and in through the side chain into this vocoder. Once I have the side chain set, I arm the track for recording so signal is going into it. I have input monitoring on, and if I hold down a key on my keyboard and speak, you start to hear that the vocoder is kicking into my sound. If it's a little too soft, I can bring up the level ever so slightly. It is really easy to clip. You need to be very careful that you do not clip. So I have a very basic vocoder happening right now. Because I'm recording this particular video, my voice is actually on top of that, but when I record inside here, the voice would disappear and all you would hear would be the vocoder. Inside this, I would probably want to add a little reverb as we're going through. So I'm going to go to bus 3, which was a reverb bus, and I'm going to add a little bit to instrument 1 and see what happens. Now, if I want to record something, I'm going to press record, you hear clicks, and then I start to speak. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. You can see the MIDI triggers, and they're going to line up hopefully with these particular hits. And you might find the first one gets a little bit off. Let's see what happens. So at the very beginning, if my MIDI does not line up with my initial attacks, I won't hear those first words. And now you can notice that my actual voice is lost, and all you hear is this particular sound. Now I have just built this vocoder. I could tweak all these settings and create all sorts of really crazy sounds, and I'm going to want to save this so I don't have to set this up all the time. So there's a few things that I want to do. I'm going to open up my mixer window, and where I had that reverb, I used bus 3, which is this large chamber. I'm going to add that so I can actually mix it up top here, and if I right click, I can create a track, and now that reverb level could actually be controlled here. There's a lot of reverb there. So I have that. I also want to save that sidechain track that I had built here too. So now I have the sidechain. So now I have all these going together, and I'm going to give this a name. I'm going to call this vocoder Freebs. Okay, and I'm going to highlight all of these, and I'm going to make a track stack. So I create a track stack. I want under track, create track stack, summing stack. And now this is my sum, right? And it should still work. Good. Now that disappears, and I could give this a name. This could be my vocoder NF. And then, as you may recall, when we open this up, I can save that instrument. We did this the other day. And vocoder NF. And that is now going to be saved as a patch. User patches vocoder NF. So anytime I want to use a vocoder, I don't have to go through all that patching. I have set it up here, and I'm off and going.